boys and girls. Today we're going to learn two new letters. Our first letter is the letter C. This is the letter C. What letter is this?
C.
C, and C makes two sounds. C says k or s before E, I, or Y. C says k as in a clown or s as in celebrate. So C says k or s before E, I, or Y. What sounds does C make? K or s before
E, I, or Y.
Good job. Now we're going to learn how to write this letter C. You're going to start at 2 o'clock. Now before I get started, this is our capital letter C. Our capital letter C is going to start at 2 o'clock and then go up to the top and sit on the bottom. C says k or s before E, I, or Y. Now our capital C, we're going to do it one more time, and then you get to help me and do it in the air together. So for C, you're going to start at the top, curve around, and sit on the bottom. C says k or s before E, I, or Y. Now friends, I want you to get out your fingers, and I need to hear you this time say it with me. C says k or s before E, I, or Y. Good job. Now we're going to write it together. Start at 2 o'clock, go up to the top, curve down, and sit on the bottom. I heard one friend, I need to hear all of my friends this time. You ready? C says k or s before E, I, or Y. Now we're going to write it one more time in the air, and then you get to do it on your papers. Start at 2 o'clock, go up to the top, curve around, sit on the bottom. C says k or s before E, I, or Y. Good job. Now I need you to pick up your papers, or leave your papers on the table and pick up your pencils, and we're going to write it on your paper. Now I need to hear you say it as you write it. Start at 2 o'clock.
Start 2 o'clock.
Go up to the top, curve around, and sit on the bottom. Great job. One more time, and then we'll move to our next letter. So for our capital letter C, you're going to start at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
Go up to the top, curve around, and sit on the bottom. Or C says k or s before E, I, or Y. Great job. Before we move to our next letter, I'm going to give you a few seconds to beautify your letter. I am going to make my letter C into a celebrating clown, because they both start with the letter C. So I'm going to put a fun clown hat on my C and give it a big fluffy clown wig and some big old silly eyes and a great big nose and a happy smile. So he's a celebrating clown. Ooh, I like your guys' beautified letters. Good job. Now our second letter is the letter D, and we're going to learn the lowercase letter d today. This is the letter D. What letter is this?
D.
And D says D.
D.
D says
D.
Great job, friends. D says D as in dog. D says D. Now we're going to learn how to make the lowercase letter D. And like the C, we're going to start at the top, but we're going to start at the top of our dotted line. You're going to find 2 o'clock, curve like the C, and you go straight up and down. Ooh, my D got a little crazy here. I'm going to try it again, make it nice and pretty. I'm going to start at 2 o'clock, and curve around and down and go straight up all the way to the top and straight back down. So this is the letter D, and D says D. I'm going to write it one more time because I got crazy on the first one, and then we're going to write it together in the air. So you're going to start at 2 o'clock and around like the C and go up to the top and straight back down. Okay, friends, I need you to get out your magic fingers and we're going to write it in the air together. Start at 2 o'clock, go around like a C, up and down. Good job. We're going to do it again, and this time I need to hear everybody. Start at 2 o'clock, around like the C, straight up and down. D says
D.
Now, I'm going to give you a few seconds to beautify your letter D. I'm going to make my D's into donuts because donut starts with the letter D. My first donut is going to be a yummy glazed donut. And then my second donut is going to be a yummy Long John donut because donuts starts with D. Okay, quick review. This letter is
C.
C, and C says k or s before
E, I, or Y.
And this is the letter D, and D says D, as in donut. Great job, friends. You can pretend to eat your donuts. Nom, 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 nom.